Well, good afternoon, friends. How are you? And welcome to today's live lesson. Dom is joining us today. He is having some network connectivity issues, and we all know what that's like. So he's going to be, he'll hop on now. He's just restarting his computer, and hopefully his internet will behave. Right. Well, happy Roald Dahl Day to you all, friends. I hope you're having fun today, and I hope maybe you've been discussing your favorite Roald Dahl stories. Do let us know in the comments which schools are joining us this afternoon. Let us know. Teachers, you can do that either on the YouTube link. You can add your comments there, or if you don't have an account to leave comments on YouTube, you can also use the other link that Dom emailed you this morning, which takes you to StreamYard, and you can leave us a comment there. And we'll get your shout outs up on the screen. Now, big welcome to you as well if you are new to Adobe Express and to our live lessons, and maybe this is your first ever live lesson. Big welcome to you. We're looking forward to having a lot of fun today. So I hope you're sitting comfortably, that you've logged in to Adobe Express, and that you are ready to go. Now, we do have an activity page that goes along with today's live lesson. And to open up the activity page, you can see there scrolling across the bottom of the screen, we've got the short link. So it's adobe.ly/RDD25, Roald Dahl Day 25, adobe.ly/RDD25. So you'll need that open on another tab next door to Express. So if you're on a Chromebook or a laptop or a PC or something like that, you'll have Express open on one tab, and then on another tab, open it up and open up today's activity page. And there you can see the two activities we're going to be doing today. If you are on an iPad, you can get to that page by opening up your camera and scanning the QR code. So let's get the QR code up on the screen, seeing as I'm talking about it. That would make a lot of sense. There we go. So you can get your QR code scanner. So just open up the camera app if you've got an iPad or any device that can scan QR codes. Scan that QR code that's right there on the screen, and that'll bring you to today's activity page. All right. Or otherwise, you can use the short link that you can see there also at the top of the screen, adobe.ly/RDD25. Right, now then, we've had a few hellos already. We've had a few hellos. So let's get some hellos up on the screen whilst you're all opening up the activity page. And I'm also going to get rid of this massive banner we've got across the top here. Let's try and tidy things up a bit. Come on, let's stay neat and tidy. There we go. That's out of the way. Now then, who's saying hello? Let's see. Well, first of all, we have got Prynhawn Da from Dosbarth Brown in Cymlau Primary School. Hey, hello and welcome to you, Cymlau Primary School, and thank you for your message there, sir. Also, we've got Brimond School in Aberdeen. Thank you, Mr. Dunn. Thanks very much. Welcome to you. And then we've got Prynhawn Da from Abermule Primary School as well. Welcome to you, Croeso. And who else is here? We've got Mrs. Brolly's P7 class in St. Mary's Primary School in Northern Ireland. Welcome to you, P7ers. Top of the school. And, well, Prynhawn Da, Mr. Tip Lady. We've got a scholar there, when year 5 and year 6, a different class. So Mr. Tip Lady brought another class to this morning's Welsh session, a session in Welsh. So welcome to you, Croeso I chi, blwyddyn 56, in a different class. We are actually doing some different activities this afternoon, Mr. Tip Lady, so watch out. And then who else do we have here? We've got Dosbarth Llywelyn at Ysgol Tidno, looking forward to getting started. Diolch, Mr. Thomas. And the final one for now is year 6 at St. Mary's Llanelli, are also very excited. Well, welcome in. Welcome to you all. Right, now then. He's still not back. He's still not here. There we are. He'll be here in a minute. Now, let's have a look then at the activity page. So I'm on my iPad. Dom's going to be on his browser. And if he's having dreadful internet connection problems, then I'm going to have to fire up Express on my browser as well. And we'll do both. So let's have a look what we're going to be doing. So today, our first activity is we're going to be we're going to be creating a recipe card based on one of Roald Dahl's incredible stories, The Enormous Crocodile. So we're going to have a lot of fun recreating there he is. There he is. The fort has been held long enough. He's back. He's back. Hey, we've got incredible shout outs coming in here, Dom. We've got loads of stuff on. A few more coming now. Year 6 Bectus Primary in Bridgend. Hello, Mr. Howe. Thank you very much. And then we've also got St. Peter's in Plumridge here as well. P6 and 7 strapped in, ready to go. All right. Helmets on. Right then, let's go. And then the last one for now, we've got Dosbarth Merlin.
I'll do it. Dosbarth Merlin at Pen Mawr.
Nearly, yeah. Pen Twyn Mawr. Pen Twyn Mawr. Yes. Yeah, there we go. Top of a big dune. That's what that means.
Amazing. Pen. Oh yeah, so Pen would be the top or a dune.
Yeah, and then Twyn is a dune, and then Mawr is big. So Pen Twyn Mawr. Yeah, there we go. Right.
Top dune big. Top dune big.
Now that you're here, I can go and have a cup of tea now. I've done my whack. What do you, over to you, Dom. Right. So, I was just saying that our first activity. And then our second activity, about halfway through today's live lesson, we are going to be making a Roald Dahl book review video. We're going to be learning some cool video editing skills. But let's go back to our first activity there, Dom, because Dom is going to lead us off on this. Do you have you don't have your screen up yet?
Not yet. Let me share my screen. Oh, hang on a minute. Share screen. Roald Dahl Day.
I want you, Dom, to think, whilst you're doing other things, I want you to think of what is your favorite Roald Dahl book, which isn't one of the obvious ones. You can't pick, like a pointless answer. Yeah. If you were like, best Roald Dahl book, but you got to pick one that you don't think anybody else is going to pick.
Well, I already know what mine is.
What is it?
And it's the same as yours.
What?
Danny Le Champion du Monde.
Yeah. Danny Penkamp would have been the Welsh version of that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Yeah,
because good old Mr. Dahl was a Welshie, wasn't he?
Yes, that's right. He's a Welshman. He's ours. Yeah, we're having him.
Yes,
absolutely.
He's ours. Yeah, he is. He's yours and yours alone. Right. Should we get on with activity 1?
Here we go. Here's Dom's screen. So Dom's on the browser. So he's on if you're on a Chromebook, a laptop, PC, whatever, then you'll be following Dom's screen. And I'm on an iPad. But to be honest, if you're also on an iPad, you don't need to wait for me. Because, the iPad homepage is exactly the same as the browser. So you follow along, but I'll be following after Dom, so you'll get extra time to do everything and you'll see everything twice. Right, go on then, Mr. Trainer. What are we doing?
No problem. Do let me know in the chat, Mered, if my signal is okay, because yours is coming through all crazy on my earphones. So I imagine maybe mine's doing the same on yours.
Okay, you sound all right. Your video's freezing up a little, but we're hearing you loud and clear.
Okay, fine. Okay, so we're in Adobe Express. How are we going to start this off? Well, let's just create a poster. Why not?
Yeah.
Create a poster and bosh. There we go. And the first thing I'm going to do, as always, is get rid of some of this nonsense. And then I'll do Roald Dahl Day, RDD. And we'll call this recipe. Nice. Okay, now what I'm going to do is the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to search for a background. Let me just get my little poster in the middle here. I'm using my trackpad and my fingers to kind of go in and out until we can get it to the right spot. There we go. And then I go to elements on the left hand side, backgrounds, and then I'll search for something like, I don't know, maybe dots. I don't know. That's probably not going to get... Ooh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Ooh, that feels very slow. What is happening?
So what are you doing? Adding a dotty background to your page?
Yes, I am looking for the background. There we
Oh,
go.
there you
Cool. It's in there.
go.
That took a little bit of a while, but there's lots of different dots. It doesn't have to be dots. I mean, you could
Ooh.
put like squiggles.
Oh yeah, love squiggles.
Yeah. I think my connection is very poor here, people. So, I won't be offended if Mr. Jones kind of takes me off at some point and I only find out about a minute later. But I'm going to try
No,
my
no,
best.
you carry
Right.
on.
Okay. Right.
Maybe don't search
Squiggles is
multiple.
there as well. Yeah, maybe not. So yeah, there we go. Well, do you know what? Dots is fine. And if I go to activity one, share this tab instead. Okay, cool. Then what you'll see is that we're going to do one for the enormous crocodile. Now, if you have a a different one that you want to do, that's absolutely fine. But because there's all sorts of weird and wonderful creatures within Roald Dahl itself. But what I thought was really good about this one that you can see on screen is that they've made this enormous crocodile entirely out of bits of food. And I had a little go at recreating it, and quite frankly, it was immense fun. So I'm going to try and recreate the same thing. And this is going to be the enormous crocodile. So again, if you want to, you can do something entirely different, but I'm going to stick with this. So first thing I'm going to do is maybe go to elements again after my background. And this time in design assets, I'm going to go for blob. Blob. It's giving me 370 results of blob, and I can't see a single one of them, which is always good.
I'm going to show you one at a time.
Yeah, I know. Maybe
So
I'll go to text, but
what are you going to use the blob
here we
for?
go. Well, what I want to do, you see, is I want to sort of create a space within the middle of my kind of ingredients recipe card here that I can use to showcase my picture of the enormous crocodile. So I
Okay.
just kind of want one really, and it's this one will do. That one's fine. Blimey, took a while. Right, so get it in there. And then I'm just going to stretch it out. Meow, 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 something like that. That's absolutely fine. And then I'm going to go to effects here. And then maybe I'll do well, I could do tones. Let's view them all. Maybe like this sorbet or blush. Yeah, the blush is nice. That's a good
Blush
one.
is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it is lovely. So I'm going to stick it in there. Now you can go back out of tones here and go to edit. And then maybe I'll just reduce the opacity a bit so we can see some of my lovely dots on there. But I'm just kind of
Oh,
creating a stage. I'm creating a
yeah.
stage for my enormous crocodile. So there we go.
Right.
Right.
Shall I have a go?
Do you want to have a crack at that?
Yeah, I'll have a go. Yeah, righto. Okay, here we go. So here's my iPad on screen. So Dom tapped on the big pink card that says create a poster. So I'll give that a tap. And then the first thing he did then was he named his project up at the top. So I'm not going to bother doing that. But on the left-hand side, I'm going to add a background. So I'm going to go to elements on the background. And then up at the top, you can see we got all design assets and then backgrounds. So Dom searched for dots or squiggles. So I'll try squiggles as well. Squiggle. Squiggle. Right. Squiggle.
Oh, that was nice
Maybe.
and fast.
Yeah, this is quite zippy today on the iPad, which is actually, it's usually the other way around, isn't it? Let's just get that up on the screen, just in case all the teachers are having to spell squiggle out today. So just in case you want to spell squiggle, it's up there on the screen for you. Right. So what are we doing? Okay, and I'm gonna pick a background, and I think I like this one. Yeah, I do like that one. Yeah. So next we want a blob. So Dom went searching for a blob in the design assets, but actually, do you know what, Dom? Watching you there searching for blobs, I remembered there's a lot of blobs in icons. So if we go to icons across the top and search for blob, there are a lot of them in here. There's a lot of options in here. So I'm going to grab a blob. this blob here, I think. There we go.
Yeah, icons is a good shout, I think.
Now, if you're thinking, oh, hang on, though, that blob is the wrong color. With icons, you can actually set it to whatever color you want, which is very cool. So you can drop it down and you can choose here from the more color. So I could choose something like that. Or I could even use the eyedropper tool up at the top there and pick a color from my design. But you know what? That I don't need to do that. I think that this blue is actually working very nicely indeed, in fact. So I'm going to just spin my blob around and think, right, which way does this create the most interesting stage, as Dom says? We're trying to create a stage. Do I want to see around the sides of the blob, maybe like that? Or
I think so. I think so, because you might want to put some text in a bit.
Yeah, so there we go. And maybe I'll do something like that. We can also, if you want to do what Dom showed you there, we can bring the opacity down to reveal our background. So yeah, maybe I'll just do a little tiny bit down. There we go, just like that.
Nicely
right
done.
I'll get your screen up then, Dom, and we'll move ahead. Okay. We are. There you are. You are live.
Right. Yeah, so I kind of started rotating my blob as well, because I was thinking, well, my crocodile, I think, is going to kind of be stretching from one side to the other. So I want to give myself the best chance of getting a lot of croc for my money. So let's stick that in there, and then it's let's put some text on there. Let's go T. Let's go add your text, and then you put the enormous crocodile cafe. That's going to be mine. No. I'm going to stick that up there. You hearing me okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. And then in terms of recommended fonts, I'm going to go to View All over here. Now, I don't quite know what I'm looking for, if I'm honest. So like, just have a scroll. Handwriting fonts would be good if I could see them. Can't see them right now because my connection's so bad. But this one's quite good. Don't mind that. That one's really funky, but I don't know whether is it very readable. It's not bad actually. It's not bad. So I think I'll stick with that. Oh, do you know what? These are very Quentin Blake, aren't they?
Yes,
Mine
you're right.
Regular. That is super Quentin Blakey. So I'm going to go for that. Yeah, and then text layouts. Can't do a live lesson without a bit of a dynamic text layout. Let's do that. That's cool. The enormous crocodile cafe, 2 lines. That's good. I like that. And then maybe what I'll do is make sure it's centered. Look at that. Lovely. We've got those pink lines up and across as well, which is nice. And then I'll keep the text black, but I'll put an outline on it, and the outline can be white. And then next to that white color there is outline thickness. If you give that a click, then I can make sure that it's standing off those dots by giving it a nice big, yeah, that's pretty cool. Enormous crocodile. And then maybe what I could do is I could click the 3 dots, duplicate. Are you going to duplicate for me? Did you duplicate? You did duplicate for me. Well done. And then I'll triple click in that and just put dish of the day. Dish of the day. And I'll pop that maybe because it's dynamic again. You see, it's making sure that whatever I do with it, it's always going to stay within a box. So dish of the day, I'll stick that over here. And then maybe I will, what am I going to do? I think we're going to go to effects again. And then maybe this one, I'll just do in a circle. Something like that. A complementary color for a pink, please, Mr. Jones.
Oh, a nice blue.
Yeah, good choice. So with my circle selected, you can see you've got a couple of sliders on there. I'll click the sliders. We've got black text. And also you've got this shape fill, which is yellow. So that one doesn't really go with the pink, I don't think. So I'll go down to more colors. Ooh, that's lovely. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one for me. I like that. So we've got a bit of a dish of the day going on here. I'll pop it over here. And There we go. So title, and if you want, dish of the day, something like that.
Cool. Very cool. Hey, look, we've got St. Ronan's in Ricasson have come along. Welcome to you,
Yes.
P5. Thank you for your message.
Tremendous,
there.
one and all.
Right. Okay, here we go. So we got text and then more text. Oh, thanks, Dom. I was about to do that.
You're welcome.
Right. Right. So let's add text. So to add text, down there next door to Dom's window, we got the T for text button. So no other way. There we go. There it is. So give that a tap. There it is. We're pros here. We're pros. And we're going to add text. So add your text right up at the top. Okay. Now then, let's see it. Let's type in here the enormous crocodile cafe. Right. And we are going to use the dynamic text layout. You can see there, tap on text layout, and then the top option there is dynamic. Right then, let's go. Font wellies on. Let's go searching for a font. Right. So you
the
can definitely look.
Ones are brill.
Yeah, I tell you, that first one's very kind of Roald Dahl as well, actually. That one right at the top. So scroll through, scroll around. That one's quite cool. Protest.
Oh,
now,
nice.
You can see there I've chosen it, Protest Revolution Regular. Now, I like that font a lot, but you can see it's got just here, in the next to the top left-hand corner of that box where the font is, there's a little dot with a wavy equal sign. Which means, do you want to see fonts that aren't equal to this, that aren't exactly like this? Kind of like this. So we give that a tap, and then it'll show you a set of fonts that are in the same kind of vibe.
Oh,
you know?
Cool.
Yeah. And you know, it's always worth.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one next to templates right now. Oh, you missed it.
Oh, do you think? Yeah. Chantel.
Chantel.
Now, I think I'm going to stick with the one I got. I think I prefer this one I got. Oh, that's
cool. Fine. Well, that was no use.
I'll add in. And that's a cool one as well. I think we've used this before. Caveat brush. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, anyway, it's enough of that. Right. So I'm going to keep my font color black. Yeah, okay, miss. No worries.
Don't worry, miss. Just pause. You can pause at any time and then just kick it off as soon as you're ready. So if it's going a bit fast, no problem. Just pause it and then get everyone to catch up and then press play and you'll be safe at the same spot.
And I also take about half an hour to find a font. So that'll give you some extra time as well when I'm scrolling through fonts. Right, so I've got that font sorted. I like that a lot. I think it's very cool. So I want to add an outline because if I bring this up to the top, difficult to read. Yeah. So to go back and add an outline, we need to get out of the recommended font. So up here, you can see there's a little back arrow next to recommended font. So it just takes you back out. There we go. And now we can add an outline. So adding an outline is next to Dom there. So you got the black box, which is my font color. But then we can go and tap on the outline thickness. Bring that up.
Oh, not so much.
Very interesting shade of gray. But what we can do then is tap on the gray box. So the black box next to Dom, the little black box down there next to Dom is my font color. And then the gray box next to it is the outline color, this one here. So we could just go to white, but there isn't any white on my page. So why not find a color that I've actually got on my page by using the eyedropper? So you can see there on the top of that little window that's popped up, there's a little pipette, little eyedropper. So we give that a tap. And now you can see right in the center of my page, we've got this circle. And I can move this around. You can see that it changes color depending on what color I'm hovering over. So for example, I could go for, what's a nice bright color? This yellow is a nice bright color. We'll pick this. And it'll set that then as your outline color picked from your design. Okay, right. Let's duplicate that. So I'm going to choose my text box, 3 dots, duplicate. Here's my copy. Let's tap into it and let's change the text to say dish of the day, plat du jour. So
what's that in Welsh? Dish of the day.
Pryd y dydd. Pryd y diwrnod. Pryd y dydd.
Pryd y dydd.
Dish of pryd y dydd. All right. And then, because this is a dynamic text box, we can, there we go. You see, we can just change our layout. So do we want dish to be big? Do we want day to be big? So maybe go for something like that. And then Dom put that on a circle. So let's get that. Let's go then into elements. And let's go back into my icons, I think. And let's search in here again for blob. And this time I want a very round blob. You know, the kind of roundest blob I can find. That one. This guy. There we go.
Very cool.
So it's not an exact circle. Okay, I've tapped on it. It has not arrived yet on my page. Oh, it has. It's exactly the same color. It's exactly the same color as the other blob. That's why I couldn't see it. Right. So let's change the color of that. And let's pick one of the other colors that we've got on here. This lovely red.
That's the dropper tool again.
It's in the dropper tool again, yeah. Let's pop that down. Now it's hiding my text. What can I do? Well, all the way over there, all the way over the other side of the screen, we've got the layer stack, and I can drag that blob underneath. There we go, like that. I'm going to pass back to Dom, but I'm going to change my outline color from orange to the really pale blue that I got in right in the background. I think it'll help. So
no problem.
Over to you, Dom.
Okie dokie. So let me just cycle through a few things there. Yeah, I was playing around with colors and stuff like that, changing background colors and things. But I'm happy with this. Right. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to try and recreate this enormous crocodile here. Now, this is going to be fun. So strap in, helmets on, you know the drill. Let's go back to this one here. And I'm going to go straight over to media. And I want to go to photos. And I'm going to search for baguette. BAGUETTE, baguette. Right.
Oh, I'll get that up on the screen for everyone as well, just so that we can all. Yeah, no worries.
Right. Now, the one you want to go for is one that's got a white background. Either of these is good. So I think I'll go. My crocodile's going to be crusty. So let's go for this one. That's nice. I'm going to put it in the kind of position I'm looking for, which is probably a little angle like this one, something like that. But also, I need to make sure that I remove the white background. So with my image selected, I can go over to this cool looking lady over here in the purple sunglasses, and I'm going to give her a click. There we go. And she's going to remove this white background. Now this should be very easy because it's just white. There we go. Simples. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to effects. I'm going to go to tones. And you know what? Lagoon is pretty crocodile-y. Aqua is pretty crocodile-y. Emerald is pretty crocodile-y. So I think rather than messing around with anything, even colorize is crocodile-y as well. I think, yeah, I think that one, Emerald, is the one I need. And now that it's like that, what I'm going to say is, well, that's the body, but also I need the crocodile's jaws. So what I'm going to do is, with this image selected, go to 3 dots and click duplicate. I've got another one now, but the jaws aren't quite as big as the body. They're smaller. So I'm going to reduce the size down. This could be the lower jaw, maybe. Just give it a little spin. Give it a little spin, get it in the right place. Nice, and then that. And then I'm going to duplicate that again. And I've got another one. And then if I spin that around, oops, I used the side handle there by mistake. Didn't want to do that. I just want to pop it in the right position. There we go. Pretty cool. I like that. About there. Something like that. So you're just doing 3 baguettes and you're changing the color on it. That's all you're doing. Why don't you get yourself a baguette, Jones?
All right,
get
okay. 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 This reminds me when we were in college, my friends and I, we bought a bread maker because we thought it would save us money, which is the most ridiculous idea ever.
And you
Because
were in
bread,
Norwich.
no, in college, in university,
Oh,
yeah. But
went to
so we were
Norwich for a
making,
day and thought we'll
oh,
buy a
so
bread maker.
we were making bread, which was fun. But then we had the bright idea of putting blue food coloring in the bread machine when we were making bread. And we had the brightest blue sandwiches going to our lectures that day. And it was one of the best days of my life, probably. It's brilliant.
That story tells us so much.
Not mentioning anything about it, just eating them, quietly. And then people going, oh yeah, it's just bread, just blue bread. Anyway, right. So let's go to... We're going to go to media on the left-hand side of photos up at the top. And we're going to search for baguette. And that's still down there at the bottom of the screen because it is a funny old word to spell baguette. Okay. And search. I reckon if we were in France, they'd call that a baton, not a baguette.
Oh, well, splitting hairs.
Well, right. Shall I go for exactly the same one as you, or shall I go for a crustier looking one? I'll go for this one. Looks crustier.
Yeah, something that you identify with.
Yeah, gnarly. I like this. Right. So, right. So we want to remove the background. So we're going to give background Barbara a tap in a bit. Background Barbara's up here.
Come on, Barbie.
Yeah, background Barb.
She's ready.
Give background Barb's a tap, and she's gonna get her scissors out, and get her pinking shears out, and cut around the baguette, and get rid of the background. Right, and then we need to set a color. We need to give this. Come on, Barb. Come on. Right.
Get on with it. So you could do effects at the same time, can't you?
Yes, I will. I'm gonna have to. There we go. Oh, there it is. Barb's listening. Right, so we'll do that. And now let's go into effect. So we want this to look green. So what about maybe a bit of lemon?
A lemon? A yellow crop? I guess.
Oh, I'm tapping on you, man.
All
right.
Not liking any of those, is it, right now?
Let's try it again. Tones, lemon. Nout. Right. Okay. Right. It's not having fun with that. Well, in the meantime, because I can add that a few times, let's get the mouth done. So there we go.
Nice.
It basically does it every time I say that I've given up and move ahead. That's what happens. So I'll just say that. I'm just gonna say that earlier from now on, and we'll be fine. Right. So let's get the jaws. So I'm gonna go 3 dots, duplicate. Oop-a-days. There we go. Right. I'm gonna zoom in. Remember that we can zoom in. It's really easy to zoom in. So let's resize that. Give it a spin. That's going to be the top. And then let's duplicate that. 3 dots, duplicate. Spin it around. And there we are. There we are. Doesn't really look like a baguette anymore.
That's a bit of class, that is. That is a bit of class. Right, let's rock and roll. So this crocodile needs some eyes. So let's go to, do you know what? Why don't we go to elements? We'll search all, and we'll search for egg. Right, what are we going to get here? Let's go to view all. I want a fried egg, and I don't want any nonsense on there. Just a normal fried egg. There we go. That'll do. Cool.
Oh, that one next door to it looks like 2 eyes. Look, there's 2 halves of a boiled egg.
Does actually. Yeah, that's a great idea. Got
I'm
the eyes. No. See, I'm in there. Gutted. Right, there we go.
Oh, great.
I mean, if you wanted to get really specific on it, you could go to duotone, click it again, and you could go to like black and highlights white. Yeah, same. Didn't do anything different. Whoa. Nice. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So anyway, grayscale is fine. Just click on grayscale and it'll be in there. So there we go. We've got some eyes. I mean, maybe I want to keep them no filters. Don't want any
Yeah,
filters,
I think
no
it's cool.
tones.
I
I'm going
think
to
it's
keep mine yellow.
cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, might spin them just so they're a bit more radical.
Oh, that is.
And then what I be radical. And then what I also thought would be quite good fun is if you go to media and go to photos, search photos, you can search for almond, or actually you can put like white almond,
Oh yeah.
and then there
Almond.
is one almond. Oh, do you know what?
Let's
There
get
was
that.
one. Where is it? White. Oh, maybe I'll just put almond in. Oh, I just did the same thing again. Almond. I kind of want one. I did want it to be white, so I had the kind of skin off it. But
Mm.
if I can't find it, it doesn't matter.
Like a
I'll
peeled,
just get.
peeled almond.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll get one of these. Whoa, hello. Now I only need one of these, so I'm going to use the side handles just to get rid of all the other nonsense. There we go. We need one of these. Nice. And go to edit. Come on, Barbie. Background Barbie. Give her a
Come on,
click.
background Barbara. Come on.
Background
Background
Babs.
Barbara.
And then in the meantime, I'll bring this right down. And then, yeah, well in Babs. And then I've zoomed in here. And then I can get it to the kind of size I want. You know, if I wanted to, go to effects. What have I got in here? Tones. We got any? I mean, I kind of feel like crocodile's tooth should be kind of whitish, I suppose, or yellowy. I'm not seeing anything in the tones right now. Maybe I'll have to go to duotone and go to white and highlight white. Yeah, that'll do. Nice pearly whites. Or maybe one of them can be a cream. There we go. So I've set 2 different colors in duotone. And now that you've got that, you can go to 3 dots, duplicate, bring it across. 3 dots, duplicate, bring it across. 3 dots, duplicate, bring it across. And finally, 3 dots, duplicate, bring it across. Now, while Mr. Jones goes on his own little hunt, all I'm going to do is duplicate these and stick them on the top jaw there in this one.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to do. But at the moment, I'm just playing with that so that they can have a little bit of a squiffy angle each.
And also, let us know in the comments. Have you used any other different food items rather than eggs for eyes and almonds for teeth? Have you used something else? Because you know, maybe it's obvious that we haven't thought of.
Avocado.
Maybe for eyes.
Well, I mean, a sliced avocado could work, couldn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Give that.
I'm going to challenge you. See if you can do it. Come on.
Oh, I'll try. Okay, right. So let's go into. Okay, so you can always search in media and elements. You can search in both. If you want to search both at the same time, you can actually do that just by using the search button that's up here, right up next to me, and top left, and that'll search everything. You don't have to go into media or elements. You can just go into search, and I can search here for avocado, right, and search. And you see, it'll show me avocado everywhere. It'll show me templates, photos, videos.
Yeah, that photo is good.
Yeah, there's some design assets.
Design assets would be good because they won't have a background on, will they?
Yeah.
That one's great.
I'm going to go for this one.
That one, yeah.
There we go. Okay, it even landed in the right place. Great. Right.
That's
so
perfect.
there's my
I wouldn't change a thing.
Avocado eye. There we go. And now I just need another one of those. So I'm going to 3 dots and duplicate it. There we go. I like this eye to be behind the other one because, you know, perspective. So to do that, all the way over on the right-hand side, the layer stack, I'm just going to bring that avocado underneath the other avocado. There we go.
Yeah, nice.
Like that. Maybe even one. No.
Yeah, big goggly eyes. That's great.
No, I'm going to go like this. There we go. Right. So there are my avocado eyes. What about teeth? Give us a comment, guys. What have you used for teeth? Have you used anything else?
Peanuts. Peanuts.
Peanuts. Okay, yeah, let's try it. Why not? Right. So I'm gonna go to search, and instead I'm gonna go peanut.
Ooh,
All
there's a
right.
good one
All right.
down there. Scroll down a bit, and there's a, in photos a really jaggedy one. Go to view all and yeah.
In photos.
Mm.
I'm not seeing it.
We're not seeing your
Uh,
screen. Oh, no, you see my screen, but it's just slow. Go to view all in photos, and it's in there.
okay.
Yeah, scroll down. A proper
Yeah.
one on its own, an absolute jagged beauty.
Oh, this guy. This guy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. That is right on.
Mm.
And oh gosh, why is it so huge? Why does it right? Massive. Right. Now then, let's Barbara, can you remove my background, please?
Barbara to the drawing room, please.
Barbara, excuse me. Barbara's not available. There we go.
There you
Barbara's
go.
here.
She's
Barbara,
available.
can you please remove my background? Thank you very much. Background Babs. Right. So whilst Babs is getting rid of that, I can still work on like resizing it. So let's bring this down in size. Let's pinch to zoom in. Now let's bring the down size a little bit. So I think that the bottom of this peanut is probably the pointiest end of it that looks most like the top. So I'm going to do that. Pop it there. There we go. I think the color of this is fine. I think my crocodile has got. There we go. And now I'm just going to 3 dots, duplicate, 3 dots, duplicate. Maybe just change the angle on 1 or 2 of them. 3 dots, duplicate,
Right.
3 dots, duplicate. Don't worry about getting them in a tidy line either. One of them's going to be up, one of them's going to be down, one of them's going to be in a bit of an angle. Make them a
I'll tell you
bit.
what, in the interest of time, because we are marching on here, shall I crack on while you fill in your jaw?
Go for it. Go for it.
Right. Okay. Right. So I've got my croc here. Next thing I'm going to search for, maybe I'll go back to elements actually, and I'll search in all, and I'll go for sausage. Let's just stick a whacking great sausage in there. Let's go to view all.
What is the sausage for?
Sausage is going to be for legs, I think. Maybe a photo would be better, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, you wanted to look quite photorealistic, don't you, I think?
Maybe, yeah. Just want a single sausage on a white background. It's proving quite tricky. What? Give me one single sausage. Come on. You can do it. I can't believe this.
Not a sausage.
Not a sausage. I think there's going to be one sausage.
Well, you're gonna have to try something else, like a courgette.
Yeah, no, I know. I did think of courgette. That would have been a great one, I think. I'm gonna snip that so it's there. Take that down there, and then edit, remove background.
That doesn't look like a great sausage at all.
I'm gonna pop that. There you go. There's a lovely sausage.
Oh dear me! No,
Get your laughing gear around that, and then effects. I'll go to duotone, colorize. Yeah, colorize, slightly different color. That's great. But I do want it to be underneath my baguette, so I'm gonna have to go all the way down. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, that's not the baguette body. This is the baguette body. There you go. And then I can duplicate that one. There we go. There's my crocodile legs. This has got to be one of the most random things that we've ever done. And then, last but not least, I wonder if it's going to give me a single carrot in this as well.
There you go. There's one there.
Hang on.
What are the carrots for?
The carrot is going to be for his tongue. maybe I'll go with this one. And then I
Yeah.
can crop it down and then crop it across. Background Barbara, come on, Babs, do your thing. And then can stick that right in the middle. Oh, I can't quite believe centre back, but I don't want it to be above my blob or below my blob. Stick it above my blob. Come on. There we go. That's absolute madness. I love it. The enormous crocodile dish of the day. Right. I think what I'm going to do is just stick some text in there. So I'll go to the enormous crocodile cafe. I'll go to the three dots. I'll duplicate it, and then I can put my ingredients in here. So I'll be like, what am I going to do?
3 baguettes.
Yeah, baguette. And then I'll press return, and then I'll go sausage, egg, carrot,
Almond.
and almonds. There we go. Baguette, sausage, carrot, almonds. Maybe I feel like I need a way to make this feel a little bit better. I don't know, something like that.
Maybe the dynamic text is not, maybe you want this to look like a list with bullet points, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I
Take it
I
back.
want default. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I could put the dots on it all. I'm going to select it all, press the dots
Yeah.
a couple of times. Yeah, something like that. Capital B for baguette. There we go. And there we go. There's a little thing. And then down the bottom, maybe I'll make this bigger here. Dish of the day. And then down the bottom, what shall I do? I think I'll just I'll duplicate the title, bring it down, and I'll put something like tickle your taste buds with this jaw-dropping dish. There we go. Tickle your taste buds with this jaw-dropping dish! Exclamation mark. There we go. That's
No,
me
then.
done.
No, then.
I love it. And then maybe
Well.
change the line spacing.
Huh?
There we go. I'm done. Let's should we
Right.
I mean, I think should we move on?
Yeah. Let's see what time. Yeah, we need to start our second activity now. So I don't think people need to see me adding a courgette leg to my crocodile. I think we're fine.
Easy peasy, that, wasn't it? Easy peasy. There's all sorts of madness going on there. Okay,
yes.
right. Let's take a quick peek at our next activity. So, activity 2 is Roald Dahl book review. We're going to do it in a video format. So we're going to keep it nice and simple. Shouldn't take too long. And you can see there it says Danny, the champion of the world, the best Roald Dahl book of all time. Now, what I've put like a few bullet points here. You've got title of your Roald Dahl book, quick summary of the plot, favorite character, favorite scene, score out of 5 stars. You don't have to do all of these. You really don't. It's absolutely fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by being in my enormous crocodile. And then what I'll do is I'll go to the A in the top left-hand corner, give it a click. And then we're back on the home screen. Yeah. And what I'm going to do is go across here to create a video. So I'm going to give this one a click here. And it opens up straight away. And the first thing I will always do is rename my video RDD Danny. That's what I'll do. Roald Dahl Day Danny. Okay, so this is going to be the name of my video. Right. So first things first, let's get a little bit. I think to make this nice and choppy and probably because this is the first video project we've done of the new academic year, I think we'll just do this all as images. I think keep it nice and chill. So it says here, drag and drop media to get started. So I'll add some media and I'll go to stock images. You can just go over to media on the left-hand side. I don't know why they really have that thing there, but anyway, let's search photos for champion. Let's see what we get. Oh, nice. What are we going to do here? Maybe, I mean, maybe if I put champion boy. This one. Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that one before.
Yeah. That was what we used to have on every single Digital Leaders when it first started back in the day. Yeah, that's great. And then you see, now that it's in there, you can see that on the left-hand side, I've got the opportunity to set it as a background. Bosh. Nice. That could be Danny, couldn't it?
Yes.
Good.
It is, Dan.
Yeah. It is Danny. And then on the left-hand side, I've got T for text. And I'll go add your text. And I'll put Danny, the champion of the world. And then I'll do a dash and then video book review. Okay, now, as always, to make life easier, go to text layouts, give it a click-see and go to dynamic. And now, if I drag this over to this side here and then make it go to the left of Danny, then boom, nice little layout there. You've got a kind of image on the right hand side and you've got some text on the left. Now, recommended fonts. Look at this first one. Ooh, cool. That's interesting. Never seen that before. Finlandica. Cool. It's not bad, but I think I want it to be chunkier. Protest Revolution, it's back. Yeah, that's cool. I'm going to use it. Right.
You stealing my crocodile font?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And then
look at that. The one that's just come up there. What's that?
That one.
Oh,
yeah, nice. Wow.
Anita.
Oh, that isn't it. Anita. Yeah, nice. Yeah, and it's good because neither have I. And what I really like about it is if you look at the text here, it's kind of got video book review on its own line, which is great. So I'll do that and stick an outline on it. That'll do. Right. Do you want to get to there, Mr. Jones?
I do. Right on. Let's go.
You do. Right.
So, there it is. My abandoned crocodile project. Right. Back to the home page. So you can get back to your home page at any point by tapping on the Express logo. That's the colorful A up here in the top left-hand corner. Right. We are now embarking on a video project. So, to start a video, you need to tap the bluey purpley card that says create a video. All right. So Dom named his file up at the top here. Not. And then Dom then went searching for a background image. So I'm going to do Matilda. So I'm going to go to media. Media on the left-hand side. And then up at the top, we're going to go to photos. And we're going to search in there for, maybe I could just search for library. Because Matilda really likes going to the library. Yes. This one is great because we've got this stack of books on the right-hand side. And then we've got some nice space for our text on the left-hand side. So when you're doing things like this, think about where your text is going to go before you pick a photo. Right. That looks great. So now it's time to add my text. T for text. Add your text at the top. And then I'm going to go Matilda. And then let's go down to the next line. And I like that little dash you had before it, actually. It worked really nicely.
Yes.
Video book review. Okay. Right. Now we can go straight into our text layouts. Tap on text layouts. Choose dynamic again. Great. Maybe push it a bit. No, I'm not going to push it because I want Matilda to be nice and big. Like that. Great. Now then, fonts. I will put an outline on first because we can't really see it too clearly at the moment. There we go. White outline, thick as it'll go. Standard. Right. Let's go searching for fonts for screen. Okay, come on then. View all. Yeah, we're seeing it's giving us some new font suggestions this week, which is nice.
Mm.
So there it is. There's our favorite there, Dom.
Very
Our
nice.
new favorite. Maybe I'll go for a bit of Techo Bold. And let's see what else is similar to Techo Bold. Techo. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, Titilium. Yeah, that'll do for me. I like that. Strong, like me.
Yes.
Okay, what's next?
Okie dokie. Right. Let's go here. So, Danny the Champion World video book review. Cool. So I'm gonna go and press the plus over here, and then it'll say add a blank scene. Yes, please. And well, I'm doing Danny Champion of the World, and if I share this, we've got this kind of opening kind of title, or this quick summary of the plot. Danny lives with his father in a caravan, and it's all about the pheasants and the clever plan to make the pheasants, fall to the ground using sleeping pill raisins and all this kind of stuff. But the main thing here is Danny lives in a caravan with his dad. So let's try and generate that. Now, I've searched for caravan, and they're all kind of modern style caravans, and that's not what I'm going for here. I'm looking for an old school caravan. So maybe I'll go to generate image. I'll make it widescreen, 16:9, because that will match my canvas here. And then I'll search for something like wooden traditional caravan in the countryside. And I'll make the content type art, I think. And then I'll just click generate and see what we get. Fingers crossed it gives us something that we can use here. Come on, you can do it. Give it a go. It seems to be taking a while today. Oh, nice. Ooh, I like it. It's not quite the traditional look I was going for, but hey, that still works though. It's wooden, that'll do. Yeah, it is cool, isn't it? I remember being so kind of enchanted by the whole idea of them living in a caravan. Just remember thinking it was just amazing. So I'll stick that in there. And then what could I do here? I could go to let me think. I could go to videos. I could go to record yourself. Nice. So what I might do is go record myself. Hello. And then I could start recording here. And then I'm going to read out some of my text. So if you want someone to, help you, you could read the text off their screen or something like that. Just remember to look into the camera, or maybe put the laptop behind yours so that you can see what the text is. I'm going to start recording now. Danny lives with his father in a caravan. He discovers his father's secret hobby, poaching pheasants. From the cruel Mr. Hazel. When Hazel plans a shoot, Danny invents a clever plan using sleeping pill raisins, and their daring success makes Danny feel like a champion. Nice. I'm going to save that recording, and you can see it's gone straight in there, but I don't want it to be like this. That looks awful. So what I'm going to do is going to trim the sides, this kind of thing. And then maybe also I could go to the little crop. If I zoom, I can't zoom in because it'll go even smaller. But there's a little crop thing there, and I could go to crop, and I could put myself in an oval like that, then move myself into the right place. Maybe even make it smaller, something like that. Yeah, nice. And then if I click in the gray here, bosh, put myself over to one side, I can resize myself. Danny lives with his father in a caravan. He discovers his father's secret hobby, poaching pheasants. Moving around a bit there, wasn't I? But that's fine. I don't mind that. That'll work. Maybe I can just extend it out ever so slightly to cope with my bobbing and weaving. There we go. Do you want to have a little go at video recording there?
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Right. Let's go.
So here we go. Let's add the scene. So we're going to add a scene by tapping on the plus icon there, right down on my timeline, all the way down there in the middle of my screen towards the bottom. Tap on the plus. And we're going to add a blank scene. So on this blank scene, blank scene, hello, add a blank scene. There we go. On this blank scene, we need an image. So this is the story of Matilda. It's a quick kind of, it's a quick overview of the plot. So let's generate an image. I'm going to go to media on the left-hand side, photos up at the top, and then generate an image. We're going to go for widescreen so that it fills our screen. Okay, so when Matilda starts off, when the story starts, Matilda's 5 years old when she goes to Cruncham Hall for the first time. So I'm going to type in here. So a 5-year-old girl wearing traditional school uniform, standing outside an old Victorian school. And then I'm going to say dark clouds and dramatic shadows. All right. So I'm thinking of. So I don't want it to look like, a happy day, because there's a lot of Victorian school buildings around here, and they look lovely. They do look nice.
Yeah.
But I want Cruncham Hall needs to look scary and intimidating. So if we have the dark clouds and dramatic shadows, that might help me with that. Right. And then maybe do I want to think about themes or something like that? So maybe I'll go to techniques, and maybe we'll go for something like, we'll go for a doodle.
Ooh,
so maybe
nice.
we get that Quentin Blake kind of feel, hopefully. So let's try it. Go for there was one more. If I go to themes, no, not themes. Where is it? Effects.
Techniques.
And effect. Antique photo. Antique photo under effect.
Oh.
Right. So let's try that. Generate that. Let's see what we get. We're going to get 4 results. Hopefully one of them's going to give us kind of Matilda vibes. Let's see what Express comes up with based on my prompt and those themes that I selected there. What's it got in mind? What have you got in mind, Express? What are you thinking about?
Oh, I'm having great fun with this.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm doing a prompt for Danny itself, the actual character.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, sometimes the simple prompts are the best.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh.
Right. Oh, look at those.
That one looks just like the film.
Which one? The top one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're all.
Oh, no, the third
great,
one.
aren't they?
The third one. The third one.
Yeah, they're all great. Yeah, I think I could go with this one.
Whoa,
right. There we go. So that's me done. That's cool. So it's even given it like this kind of black frame outline as well, which is quite cool. But I can resize that if I want. Something like this. Right, here we go. I'm ready to record. Let's do this thing. So I'm going to go to media. Up the top, I'm going to go to videos. And we have got record yourself. So record yourself. It'll open up your camera. Hi guys. So I'm going to try and sit still because that nearly caught Dom out.
Yes.
Where's the camera? Here. Right, here we go. Matilda is the story about a little girl who loves reading and has an incredible imagination. Unfortunately, her parents aren't very nice to her, and when she goes to school, her headmistress is even worse. But when things are looking really bad, Matilda realizes that she has got magic powers, and then things take a turn for the interesting. There we go. So,
Nicely
uh,
done.
thank you. I had that prepared, obviously, and then I'm going to use that save recording. Bring that in. Right. Now then, it's going to pop that onto my scene like that. Brilliant.
Looks like you're being held upside down by your ankles,
Well,
like
with
Miss
the iPad,
Dunstallwood.
the iPad's on a funny angle all the time, isn't it? So it's always my ceiling. Always the ceiling. Right.
Miss
Now
Trunchbull
then.
is carrying you to the chokey by your ankles.
Yeah. So let's just pop that down there. Now you could use background Brad up here if you wanted to. You could use background Brad to remove the background from your video. You don't need to use a green screen. No green screens required. Just tap on background Brad to get rid of it. But I'm going to crop because I like Dom's idea of cropping. So I'm going to go to crop. Oh, sorry. Just so you know, to crop above your, I'll just do that again. Above your video, you'll see there, you've got that little bar that's above your video. It says replace. There's a little speaker. And then the next one over is this kind of square icon. That's the universal sign for cropping, kind of chopping the edges off something. So we're going to crop. And then down here, we can choose to crop to a shape. And let's pick something different for a change. Let's crop to a hexagon. Why not? There we go.
Bit of maths. Get a bit of maths in there.
Why not? Right, so I'm cropped to a hexagon. Am I? I think I am. Yeah, there we go. Cropped to a hexagon.
Nice.
And now you can resize it a bit. And let's just see how this works. Matilda is the story about a little girl who loves reading and has an incredible imagination. Unfortunately, her parents. There we go. That's great. Ooh, that's a great place to. That's a great place to pause my video.
That was a good one. Right. Let's march on. So, scene number 3, add a media, add blank scene. Right. So, here is where you might want to put in about your favorite character. So, mine's obviously going to be Danny himself. So, I'm going to go to photos and generate image. Now, you're going to make it, I'm going to make it widescreen. Why not? Now, if I show you this, if I look at the illustration by Quentin Blake, we've got a boy, blonde hair, blue jeans, red jumper, smiling, arms raised. So let's just use that. So let's go boy, blonde hair, red jumper, blue jeans, arms raised, smiling. Boom. Right, content type. I'm going to go for art. I'm also going to go for, let's go for techniques. We'll go for doodle. Any effects? Nah, don't think so. Materials? Nah. I think I'm just going to keep it there, just with the doodle thing. And then I'm going to go to generate. And this is going to give me my very own Danny. So come on, Danny. Or Danny. It did give me when I had a little go at this just while Meredith was on. It did give me nice little outlines and kind of sketch marks and stuff like that, and that's why I've selected. Ooh, nice!
That looks brilliant.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? I like this one, and I like this one. Do you know what? That one's cool. I like that a lot. So I'm going to bring that in, and I'm going to kind of put them on one side, or maybe I'll put them on this side, and then I'll just go to my first scene, click that Danny the Champion of the World, and go to the 3 dots, copy, go back over to my scene, and then I can go on the right there, I can right click, and I can go paste. Danny. And I'll just go the main character. There we go. The main character. Cool. And then I'll stick that there. And then this is an important step. I'm going to move my playhead. This is my playhead. I'm going to move it back to the start of the scene. And then I'm going to read this little bit here. Danny's a brave and curious boy. He loves his father and shows great resourcefulness. So I'm going to go back to this tab. My playhead is at the start of my scene. I'll go to media. I'll go to audio and I'll record the voiceover. Give it a click. I'll use my computer audio. Why not? I've got enhanced speech on. So if you're in a busy classroom, that's a good thing to have there. Start recording. Danny is a brave and curious boy who loves his father and shows great resourcefulness. Don't forget, you can share your computer screen with somebody else if they want to record theirs. And you can see if I kind of go into the bottom here, I've got it's enhancing my speech, but I definitely do want to stretch this scene out until it hits the end of my voiceover. So I'm just grabbing the end and I can move, and I'll just pop it around about there. And then if I bring my playhead back to the start, Danny is a brave and curious boy who loves his father and shows great resourcefulness. Nice. Smash that. Totally smashed it. Right. Let me remove Meredith, get a bit of voiceover on there.
Well, I was going to say, do you want to finish yours off? Because we've got like 4 minutes left. So maybe stay on your project. Maybe.
Yeah, okay, fine. Hang on one sec.
Not that I'm trying to get out of doing anything.
No, of course you're not. Why would you? Let's get the best one back. Danny, the main character, put a voiceover on that. Now I've got the last bit to go. So favorite scene. So my favorite scene was always the idea of the pheasants falling out of the trees and thumping on the ground. That was the best bit for me. So what I think I'll do here is I'll go back here, and on the last bit here, I've already got a scene in there because my voiceover went into a different scene. That's cool. I go to photos, and here I'll go pheasant. Nice. What am I going to do here? Yeah, something like this one. Add as a layer on canvas. Yes, let's do that. And then set it as the background. Yes, let's do that. But also, I'm going to triple click it or double click it and just bring it down ever so slightly. And then here, I can put something like, go to my text here, copy it. Go to this final scene, paste it. Come on, paste. There we go. And my favorite scene. There we go. That's great. That'll do. Something like that. Put it in there. Center it. Why not? I can also double click the background again and maybe just bring it over. I need to make it bigger, actually. A bit bigger. There we go. Something like that. Yeah, my favorite scene. And then here, what should I do for this? Should I do voiceover? Should I do video?
Yeah. I mean, we haven't used a character yet.
Character. Yeah, but the iPad is, I think, do something easy on the iPad. Let's go to record yourself. There we go. My favorite scene is when the sleeping pill raisins take effect and the pheasants tumble from the trees. There we go. Save recording. It's gone in really big in there, but I'll make it quite nice and small. Pop myself kind of in here. Do you know what? I think the position I'll flip. Let's you know what? Let's get a little bit closer here. Let's get a little bit closer. I don't like the way I feel like I'm looking out of the scene. So I'm going to flip my position, look into the scene. Oh, what an aggressive pose that is now. And background Brad, do your thing. Going to give it background Brad a little click. Maybe I'm a little bit too big. I don't want to take away from Mr. Pheasant here, or Miss Pheasant, whoever. Or maybe they don't identify as either. Who knows? Who knows what goes on in a pheasant head? I don't. Do you, Mr. Jones?
Do I know what? Sorry, you sound.
What
cut
goes
up
on
a
in a
bit there.
pheasant's head?
Well, they're probably looking for some stuff to eat. Usually, I reckon seeds and raisin.
There we go. Look at that. My favorite scene. Right. I'm conscious that we're just at time. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this button here, switch views. I'll go to scene view. No, I'll go to selected layer. And then I'm going to go to audio. And then instead of pheasant, I'm going to search for, I think, something new. I think lo-fi, maybe something like that.
Oh, never thought of that.
And all I've got to do is make sure that my soundtrack is more than 41 seconds. And guess what? Lo-fi hip hop backing track is 43. I will bring the volume down to about 12 so it doesn't take over my own beautiful voice. I'll fade it out. And then otherwise, bring it back to the start, give it a play. And then, before I do, plus in the middle, add a transition, dissolve, apply to all scenes. There seems to be double sound going on here. Hang on. Right. That's my opening. It's going to transition.
We can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it. Oh, that's a shame.
No.
Oh, well, never mind. It was a cracking track and it had everything
Sounds
you would
great.
ever want from sound. Yeah, it had everything you ever want. But there we go. We are all done here. Well done, everybody, for taking part. We hope you had an absolutely cracking time. Maybe it was a little fast today, but you can also press pause at any time. You're welcome to do that. But otherwise, what have we got coming up in the next week or two? I know we've got another Roald Dahl tomorrow.
Yeah, another Roald Dahl tomorrow. So if you've got any other classes in your school that want to come along, we're doing it tomorrow. Then next week we have got a special for Owain Glyndŵr Day. That's on Tuesday.
Yes.
And on Wednesday. So it's on Tuesday afternoon and Wednesday afternoon in English. It's on Tuesday morning in Welsh. And then the following week, if we go 1 week further ahead again, it is Recycling Week, which is really important. And it's also Math Week Scotland. And it's also the European Day of Languages. So we got 3 different themed lessons going on the week after that. Dear me.
Yeah.
Gosh, we're going to be busy.
Absolutely. But just so much fun going on. You need to get down there. Be there or be square, as they used to say.
So get registered. Get registered with this link.
Well done.
Here.
Well done, everybody. Keep on trucking, and we'll see you with the next one. Bye for now. Bye.